Hi, welcome back to Headers and White Letters. Today we've got my bonus daughter's project in here. It's an 83 Chevy K10. It's getting the works. It's going to have a Holley sniper, new fuel tank. We're going to pull the engine. Probably won't go through it. We're going to do some gaskets and stuff because we did get to chug along on the old carburetor. We're going to do some body work, some paint, which I'm not, first time's a charm. We're going to try and find a new bed. If not, we might fix that one, but it needs a lot of stuff. So let's look at it. All right, so here it is. It's on 35 1250s right now. We're getting her 33 1250s because it's almost too much for her to get up in, plus it rides a little better. It's got a body lift on it, so we're going to take that out. Needs a new windshield. We got one of them. We went to LMC last week and grabbed all the parts for it. It's a pretty big truck, something like I would drive to high school, many years ago. So we've got some typical Midwest cancer, and this side's the good side. So tailgate's roached. We're gonna find our tailgate. So you can see the body lift there. It's got space. We're gonna pull that out. This is the bad side. It's worn through. We're gonna get rid of this tank. Like I said, she's going with the sniper, so we just want to buy one and be done. Got some old tint we're gonna rip off, and like I said, she's gonna be doing a lot of this work, the cleaning and everything, and I'll help with the, supervise for once. We've got some half doors we're gonna put on. She got this truck given to her by a family member, so I know she's very appreciative for that because it's been her screensaver for, I don't know, a year and a half now. Let's see if we can get the hood open. Just small block Chevy, and interior, poverty chrome, fixed the seat. So we got new foam, new seat covers. We got Bluetooth rockers. So we're gonna fix those. Cap corners are starting to go, so I figure while we're here, we might as well just do it. See if we can get this hood open. Pulled the carb and rebuilt it to put on another project, had an Edelbrock on it. So we're gonna clean all this up, probably pull this engine, or we might just let her paint with it in here, we'll see. It needs freeze plugs. I know we've got a broken freeze plug, so we're gonna probably pull it and replace that. So she's getting quite a few new things. It's like I said, it's gonna be her first car, so we wanna make sure it's 100% safe and then pretty later. So definitely been sitting, I think it's got a tag on the rear. I think it was around 1990 or something. Let's see, July 2000. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's been off the road for a little while. So let's get these tires off of here, which is a job in itself because this thing's massive. And we're gonna take them up and get her some new tires on while she's at school and she has no idea. So we'll be back. We'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, got a few hours in today. We went and picked up her new tires. We went down to 33s, I told you earlier. These are 33 1250 15s. They are heavy, but I ran these on quite a few vehicles back in the day. I had a lot of old square bodies, so they get good, should be good for her, good traction. We've got all new front brake stuff ordered, should be here tomorrow. New shocks. She's gonna try and paint everything up, so we're just kind of cleaning things up for now. I got the passenger gas filler out. This one here they were smoked. There was nothing left. So we got that, and of course they run a groove in here too deep to turn, so we got to buy new ones of those. I got all the rear lights out, and then the wiring that goes all the way across underneath, because we're not going to use this bed. We're going to find her a new bed. Luckily the exhaust is in pretty good shape. We took the rear bumper off, and then we're going to have her clean all this out and then clean under the engine, and we're going to start on that next. This brake was Bluetooth. There was nothing in it. Of course the drum's already rusted and ruined, so we're going to get all new stuff for that. And then I got this fuel stuff all out. I got to take the tank out still. So we'll get the tanks out, and then I might torch the bed bolts and make it a lot easier. And then it's got a lot of work on this. Right now we're just getting running and driving and back on the road, or not on the road, just running and driving and braking. Then we'll worry about the cosmetics and how it looks. So we'll get her reaction tonight when she gets home from school, because she has no idea this has came in yet. So we'll get back with you. We'll see you in a couple hours. Surprise!
You already pulled it up. That's nice.
You got your new
I
tires.
was looking for it earlier because I wasn't walking down there. I was like, I can't see it.
Caitlin, admire your tires.
Oh, wait! Oh. Oh, they're clean. And they're not flat.
Yep. We're gonna give her a grinder and let her go up and clean it up. Then we've got some chassis saver paint we're gonna put on it. We found a broken leaf, so we're gonna replace those. She's already over budget as always, so that's all right. She'll get a job when she turns 16. That way she'll be able to pay us back, and she'll have a good truck that'll last her quite a long time. We've already got the cab corners and stuff bought, the rockers, the half doors, which we're going to look for doors maybe, and then we're going to pull everything out, pull the old speakers out. Door panels, dash, stuff like that's going to be done at a later date when she saves up some money. We're going to replace the seat. We've got a new seat cover with new foam and everything, so that way she has a nice seat. And then she's going to take out the tint. It's got that purple tint, you know, from the 80s and 90s, so it's turned. We got her new windshield to put in from LMC here in town. So should be pretty nice. We're going to redo the floors, paint up everything. That way, interior-wise, I think she's going to go with a hard floor mat, like a rubber floor mat, instead of the carpet, just because it keeps it a little bit cleaner, and she doesn't have to, you know, worry about, this is, you know, we are in the Midwest. It does snow and sleet and rain and all that, so we're going to work on this today, try and get the fenders off, and then we're going to clean up everything and get down to just the engine. We're going to clean this up, and then we're going to check for compression. Like I said, I've had this running before just for a little bit off of the bowls in the carb, and it was running, seemed like okay. So we just want to check it before we pull it, make sure it's okay. And then we've got a freeze plug that's leaking on the driver's side. So we're going to replace all those, clean everything up, put it back in, and then like I said, we're going to put the Holly Sniper on here. So we got her fuel tanks out. We got our 20-gallon for the driver's side. And then when we buy a new bed, we'll just have to make sure to get one with just a one-sided driver tank, so we don't have to worry about having the hole in the other. So, all right, I'm going to get after it. All right, we're back in the garage at it. Had a pretty good day while she was at school. We got her new Holly tank in. Her EFI tank, because we're going with the Sniper, and hers was rusted out, so now she has a 20-gallon, and then all the parts to run the fuel lines and everything, all the fittings. We got the inner fenders and the outer fenders off. We've got a lot of the wiring undone. The core support we're waiting because it's hooked up to the motor. We're going to do a compression test real quick. So we've got this side all cleaned out, and then the door panel on this side we've got out to figure out how to get out the doors. But as you can see, they definitely are past their prime. So we're going to see if we can find some or run these until we find some. But she'll have some time later, and yeah, this one's rusted out just on the bottom of the core support, so it's not terrible. So let's see if I can get you guys in here. We're on number 1 right now. Okay, go ahead. See what we can get. What'd you do?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Well, don't pull it too hard. One of these will come off. That's why. Yep, that's what.
Oh, okay.
All right, try and bump it. Okay. Like I said, just 4 times, and then we're going to switch to the other one.
All right.
Okay. All right, go ahead. You're killing me.
It wasn't me. Well, it probably wasn't, but it wasn't me. Probably wasn't me.
Oh, it fell off again. I don't like this one as well as my old one. Had more of a squeeze it together, it holds it open. Doesn't make sense. All right, try it now. Okay. Okay, let's try it for the third time.
Third time's the time.
Yep. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, it blew at me.
Okay, looks like 148 or so.
On one.
On one. Okay, let's
Is that good?
yeah, that's really good. I need to find a place to put you guys.
Sit tight. Sit tight.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to number 3 here. Okay. All right, go ahead. Let it stop before you hit it. Just hold it and hold it. Pull it and hold it. You're letting out halfway. That's why it's grinding like that.
I did. I was holding it.
All right, do it again. Okay. Looks like we're at 155 or so. That's good too. That noise is the starter grinding into the flywheel because it was still moving, but it's just re-engaged. So, all right, this is number 5. Okay. All right, go ahead. 150 on the dot. That's good too. Shouldn't get the.
What's all the air pushing out over here?
Because there's no pistons in the holes. There's no plugs in the. It's so you can turn it over easy. 'Cause if you got it all cranked, everything in there, it's going to turn over harder. But so far, this bank looks good. Okay. All right, last one on this side. About 155. That's really good. So we ran this one before, just not for very long, and the fuel pump was bad, so I think we bought a fuel pump, but I don't think we ever put it on because it's still in the cab. So. There you go. We'll, try and get these down in there. All right, number 2. All right, go ahead. Well, that's not good at all. Hang on. All right, try it again. We got nothing there. That's not good. Make sure I got this in all the way. I think it was just a little bit harder. All right, go ahead. That's not good. Got a dead hole, a stuck valve, or something.
Is that cylinder 2?
That was 2, yeah. Okay, let's go for 4. 130, 135, somewhere in there. I said you get a little bit more compression if you throw some oil or something in there, because these haven't been ran in 20 some years.
Okay, you said 135?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, number 6. Okay, 150. That's good. Can't imagine you got one dead hole out of all of them. So it's probably valve stuck. Yeah, 150. All right, last one. Go ahead. Okay. 150 also. So let's okay, let me get the scope and let's look into, make sure we don't have a hole in the top of the piston or anything. I can't imagine. All right, we're back out of here. It's been a couple days. Like you can see, we got the cab off. It came down the hard way. It's pretty tall in the 35s and the cherry picker. It's usually the way I take them off. So this cab's already got it dented up top and everything. We're gonna look for one until we start on this, but I think we can pop that out and maybe take a torch and shrink it back down or something. The frame's in really good shape. I only found the one spot up here. Just gonna have to weld that and grind it down, no biggie. And then we found a broken leaf spring. Like I said, I had this motor running just on filled up the carb, and it seemed to run okay. But we checked compression. Number 2 has 0. Tried putting a little oil in it. It didn't matter. It just never had anything. So either we got a head gasket or valve. The valves are working up and down, so if they're not sealing, but then we got to take it apart. So we're just going to go ahead and pull it apart and rebuild the whole thing. Like I said, she's going to keep this truck and hopefully take it off to college, so we might as well just do it now while we have the time before she can actually drive. The frame's in really good shape. A little bit of surface rust, so she's going to come in with a wire wheel and grind all this down. Try and make it look a little bit better. We've got some chassis saver stuff to put on it. The exhaust is in good shape, which is good, saves her a few bucks. Transmission's got some markings on it, so it looks like it's been rebuilt already sometime, who knows when, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. We'll have this done before she turns 16, so if something happens and we got time to pull the tranny and redo it or whatever we need. I broke the air box getting it off, so we're gonna have to find one of those, which is pretty brittle anyway, so we'll see. We got a whole carnage back here in the back. We got everything off here. This has a little spot of rust on it on the corner here, but I wonder if I could fix it. If not, we'll try and find her a good used one and paint it all up. Inner fenders are trashed. I had to cut out most of the bolts. That's why I didn't record a lot, because it was just cutting bolt after bolt trying to get everything apart. So she's got a whole mountain of parts out here now. It is a nice day today though. It's Veterans Day, so thank you to all the veterans. So we're gonna get on this transfer case, see if we can get it off the drive shaft and get this motor and trans out, and then we're gonna separate them and put the motor on the engine stand I just got. This is my 4th one I bought, but that one's got the crank on. It's a little bit nicer because I'm getting ready to do some LS stuff. So let's get this all apart so we can tear this down and see what we find. We'll be back in a little bit. All right. My sound figured out here. All right, we're back. Had to work for a few days. I got the cab up on the lift to make it easier for me. I can raise it up and down and weld. We're getting new rockers, inside rockers. We're gonna get new cab corners. I found 2 new doors, or not new, used doors, but they're better than ours. I'm gonna have to patch that piece because I haven't found one yet, but I'm just gonna keep looking because like I said, we'll put that on last. I dumped this off. I should have been recording. I dumped it when I lifted it off this one's so tall on 33s off the frame. I dumped it over and broke the AC box. So I'll have to look for one of those. My fault. So other than that, we're gonna clean it all up. We're not gonna go crazy, but we're definitely gonna try and get rid of the rust. So we got new doors. We went to LMC, bought our new inner fenders, all the rockers, cab corner on this side also. So it definitely needs some work. We got our new back glass. She's gonna pull off this tint, and she likes the sliding window, but we bought a regular window just in case. And of course the windshield was broke when we got it. So the girls came out and they got the frame all cleaned up, wire wheeled it. I guess they said it took them 5 hours, so I believe it. We called around to see about getting it blasted, and then I found out of another place after, so we might look at them next time. But she's tight on money, and 5 hours and $50 worth of grinding or wire wheels wasn't that bad. My wife sent me a picture. She was all filthy, and the girl did pretty good. She didn't get too much on her, so. But they definitely got it pretty clean. I mean, we're down to the frame up here. There's no paint, no nothing on it. So we've got some rust inhibitor, rust something we're gonna put on it. Let's see. Rust barrier. We got this at O'Reilly's. I used this on my 70 F100. Worked pretty good, just gotta be mixed real well. So today I'm gonna work on taking off all the extra pieces, get this down to a bare frame so when she gets home tonight, she can paint this and then it can dry till tomorrow, and then we'll start going back together. So let me get set up and we'll be back. All right, got you guys all set up here. We're trying to get this front end off so we can get it up on jack stands, put some plastic down so she can get this painted when she gets off. Got the brake stuff still hooked up. I've cut the lines because we've got new lines coming because the old owner he told us the rears weren't working, so he ended up just hammered it shut on the rear, and I figure it's been sitting since 2001 or something. Give her some new brakes, new brake lines. I mean, I think I got it from Inline Tube. I don't know, not sponsored yet. But they were like $200 for a stainless set, which is pretty good. They're pre-bent. I've used them on one other car, maybe the Galaxy. I can't remember. You guys haven't seen the Galaxy because I did it before I started YouTube. 64, 390, 4-speed. It's for sale if anybody wants looking. Told my wife I'd sell 2 cars if I got the Chevelle, so I'm still working on it. The other one is coming up for too long. We've got a few things left to do to my 79 Trans Am. I had a high school 79 Trans Am, not this one, different one, but T-tops stuff. It's a nice car. I really liked it, but Chevelle was just a little bit nicer. We'll go from there. Okay. Oh. I bet you that's warm. Yeah, it's gonna be a fight, I'm guessing. Turned a little bit. I come out here last night, I got home from work and sprayed everything in WD-40 because I figured it was gonna be like this, so we'll see. Well, wasn't bad. It's not too bad. So let's get this socket on the other one, and then see if we can just use a hammer to tap, tap, tap it out. Make sure my sound's working. I've had more trouble with that than anything. Okay. It's working. Sweet. Okay. All right, let's set all these up here. This one's inside of a little bracket here on the inside. So let's get a real hammer and a punch. See if we can get him to move. Let's go with this one. Oh yeah, we're moving. Okay, let's get something a little pointier. That'll work. Got it. Wasn't too bad. So I'm sure the backs will never come off. All right, let's put the nut on here. Like I said before, we'll throw these in the, run a tap down them, or a die down them. Throw them in the ultrasonic. Try and get all the 50 years of crap off of them. Okay. Let's try and get this off. Looks like 5/8. It's 11/16. Nope, it was 5/8 like I said. Believe in yourself. Okay, these are gonna be fun. Hardly any thread in that one. I don't know if these years are known for cracking behind the steering box, but I want to take this off and clean it and paint it, but I also want to check it. Well, 3 out of 4 came out. Let's see. That's why we took it off. It looks very nasty, but I don't see any. Get this under there. Let me find my scraper. Nope. Looks good. That's good. One less thing, you know. I don't want her to have any issues. Let's go to the rear here. And these are 11/16, I think. Just believe in myself. Save me some steps. Now let's get a 5/8 wrench. There's the nut and a washer. My dead below. It's 45 this morning when I came out here in the shop. It's up to 55 now, which I don't mind the cold too awful much, within reason. Perks of being fluffy. Okay, let's get a little punch. That one might work. Might be too big. Come on, baby. Come on. Get out of there. Let's see. I just bought a new set of punches, which I always just use my old ones, but I was always needing something different. Nope. Okay, you're gonna get it. Vice grips. Ha-ha. Okay, we got those out. We'll go do the other side. Put you guys back here so I'm not standing in front of you, because I've done that before. Okay, let's try the 5/8, see if we can get that thing loosened up and spinning. Much easier. Okay. We've got the, looks like the front sway bar, or whatever you would call that. What is that? Looks like 5/8 and 11/16. Which is like most Chevys, 5/8 or 11/16 pretty much takes the whole thing apart. Automatic or what? Yes. It does that cutting in and out when it's an automatic. So I tell you what, for impact gun, I used to have the Arrow until my shop burned down, and then I went to this Milwaukee, and I'll never go back, even though I have an 80-gallon compressor. This one's got lots of oomph. Okay. Bolt, washer, nut. Let go. Hope that's not too loud, sorry. Okay. Had it. Had the washer. Washers. Floor's filthy with them guys are wire wheeling. Another washer. Get out of there. Washer. Ooh, 4 for 1. Okay, let's get this bolt out. Check. Bolt. I just need a little pry. Yahtzee. So I don't know if we've talked since the last video or last part of the video we did the small block teardown. We didn't find anything wrong, which was a little concerning. There's an extra bolt in here. So we decided we're going to go to LS. I know, some of you are, oh, don't do that. But it's what I have that's cheap and reliable. Because I have one for my 70. I'm just going to sell it to her for what I have in it, which is less than I can rebuild the small block. Nothing wrong with small block. I've had tons of them. I've got one in my Chevelle. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it before everybody says, oh, I would never do that. I understand that. I didn't plan on going this far either. I wanted to clean the frame, but I didn't plan on doing all this. But, you know, the farther you go, the worse it looks. And I don't want to go halfway and then have to go all the way next time, so we're better off just doing it now. So it's an 05 5.3 liter out of I think Silverado. But we're going to do our own wiring harness, I believe. We might end up buying a harness, but I have a computer and everything, so we're going to get it tuned here local, and then she'll have something that's 5.3 fuel injected overdrive. Should be, you know, should last her a long time. She can go into any parts store anywhere and get an injector or get a coil or, you know, whatever you need, because her goal is to take this off to college, so we got to make sure it's reliable. Nothing wrong with the small block before you jump on me, but we are just trying to do what's best. Sounds like somebody's here delivering something. Imagine that. Okay, the rear's going. Looks like the front's stuck. Let's get a pry bar. And so we found a rear leaf on the passenger side that was broken. So I'm hoping just to get new ones because we're already here. Okay. Already had the shocks done. I got stock shocks to replace it, but I don't know if that's going to work or not because this truck, I think, has a lift on it because it had that body lift and we took off, and it also had I think a suspension lift, but we'll have to see. Okay, let's tie this up here. I'm busy. I don't get very many calls or texts all day long until I turn the camera on and somebody wants to talk about something. Rolling. Okay, got to get around over there. I'll throw in the power washing video. Caitlin was out there power washing everything, trying to get it, you know, clean. So she did pretty good. It was getting dark. I don't know how well the video will be, but come on, baby. Whew. Okay, let's find my. So, this is, like I told her, this is her truck. I'll help all I can, but she's going to put in some effort as well. So, she's been out here all of her free time. Okay. Of course, one would be back here and one's up there. Okay, let's see how. Well, that's not close at all. Stay. Okay. Gotta like how them jacks pick up in an arc. All right, perfect. Now the rear. Okay, let's see what you guys are seeing. I'm guessing this is not going to go as well because the frame looks worse from, right behind the cab all the way back. It's definitely got the more stuff on it, but it came pretty good. We've got to get the brake stuff out. We've got to see what time. I got to go to lunch with the wife, so see if we can get this brake stuff out pretty quick. Looks like it's just a keeper, just like the front. Use a small persuader. The driver's side didn't have anything in it when we took the brakes apart, so we got all that stuff ordered, and then, well, we're gonna have to order one of those. It's I barely even tried on it. It decided to be 2 pieces. Get out of there. Okay. Wasn't near as bad as I figured it would be. It's weird. Things that I would think would take a long time to get apart come right apart. Things I would think would come right apart never come apart, and you got to make them liquid. This has been overall pretty good. We broke a lot of body bolts in the front, and then, like I said, all the bolts in the bed I cut. Maybe one. I think one I got out. And all the bolts in the cab I cut out. So that was fun. Brake stuff. Get over here out of the way. Easy. Okay, the other one should be over here. Okay, that was not bad at all. Let's get this stuff a little closer here, maybe. Okay. Not sure what size the rear is. Big. Okay. Nope. That one's loose. Oh yeah, big money. Is there a nut? Yep. Okay, let's get another jack. Let's get a ratchet. Let's see, where can we pick her up? By the hitch? That'll probably work. They had the fan blowing all the dust and stuff outside when they were wire wheeling. So I have to put this back up. Okay. Yeah, this is the one that's broke, but I figure if we're gonna get one replaced, we might as well replace them both on leaf springs. I don't know if it's going to reach that or not. hunk of wood on this one. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's good. Looks like 6 by 6. Okay, we got contact. That's good enough for now. Yowza. Please hold. Let me get my earphones on. That's too loud. Between all the Harleys and the shooting different things and loud stereos. Now I just like, I want to worry about my hearing, you know. Not like I could have done it 20 years ago, but geez. Oh yeah. I feel like I should push the button. I just told people how good you were. What are we on? 3? That means it's German tight. Good. Let's try the nut on the inside. And you redeemed yourself. You stay over there. All right, well, we got the nut off. The bolt says, mm-mm. It's rocking, but it's jammed in that bushing, so let's get some spray and see if we can get it out. If not, we'll just cut the bolt and get a new one or make it liquid. Okay. See if we can get it moving in me. Okay, let's go get a pry bar or breaker bar, see if we can, what's this, 1/2 inch? Oh, perfect. Stay, go over there. Yeah, it's turning, but it's the rubbers. It's turning though, so we can get it out of there. We'll okay. All right, she's at least moving, so that's good. Yeah, I don't want that to fall off there. That's that one. Have to put a wrench on the inside. Can't get a ratchet in there, so let's see if it's this size. Somebody screaming like, no, that's not 7/8. That's her. Same issue. Whoa. Oh. Oh boy. I think I'm going to, first I'm going to get those off. I think I'm going to spray all these down and go to lunch with my wife, and I think we're giving blood somewhere. And if we can't get them off, then we'll cut them off. All right, we'll be back after lunch. All right, we finally got all the front end and the rear end out. I had to cut all the bolts in the rear. The nuts all came off, but it definitely didn't come apart, so I had to torch them all off. And Caitlin got home from school. She's gonna start trying to roll it all on and do their best. I think her mom's gonna come out and help her do some spots behind her. That way she doesn't have to do it all by herself. And then let it dry, and we'll see if it needs a second coat. We're just gonna use what we have as much as we can, and should be good. And we'll let her dry for a couple days while she's out of town, and then we'll come back and start putting it back together. All right, we're back. The girls got almost the first coat done on all of it. We got one rolling and one brushing. It says an hour to dry. I would say that's about right. Looks 10 times better. This part's already dried. You can see it kind of dries flat. Gonna let it dry for a little while and then flip it over and do everything they didn't do from the top. Then roll it back over and just do a check before we start putting it back together. Still gotta do the axles and everything else. They really enjoy it, I can tell you that. All right, we are gonna let them get this finished up and dry. We'll come back and look at it tomorrow when it's all dried and see what it looks like. All right, back from work for a couple days. We got the axles up on some jack stands. We're gonna pull off these tires and the shocks so she can get these all cleaned up and painted. We've got new bushings coming, a couple new bolts I had to torch out, all new stuff for the front steering. We're gonna get this one up in the air. We got it up on jack stands. We're gonna take the springs off. We're gonna get these replaced. One of them's broken, and I don't want to get one new and one old, and then might sag one way or the other. So change out the pinion seal. We're gonna wait and do the brakes and things, the actual brakes itself, once we get it back together, probably under the vehicle. That way it's a little easier to hold on to everything, because some of the springs are pretty tight. So we'll get that done. The girls got all the frame painted. Looks great. There's a couple spots we're gonna give a second coat. We flipped it over and did all that, so it's definitely 100 times better than it was. So we're gonna stop this one here, and then we're gonna keep working on this. So come back if you want to see the second one, and we're gonna hopefully start doing we're gonna hook up all the brake lines. We're gonna put the axles back under it, and then hopefully get the motor set in. I did a separate video on the motor tear down. I really didn't find anything, so we're gonna go another route. But if you want to come back and see that, then we will see you guys then. So we will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.